welcome to Shady Talk Wednesday. Today I have a special guest joining me today. He goes by the name of Muscle Team Fuzz.
Yeah, yeah.
Not only is he a entrepreneur, he's a hustler, he's an artist, he's a businessman. So we want to kind of dig into some of that. So before we get started, I wanted to let you know the reason why I wanted to invite you on this show was I remember we did an interview some years back. I can't remember the years that we did it, probably like 2012, 13.
Right.
And I remember on our interview, we communicated, we talked about your music and things like that. And I know at that time, you were pretty going through like a situation. We won't really get into the situation, but you was going through a situation. And me as a businesswoman, I just kind of could understand some of the things as far as getting into business where things could get you worked up, things are out of place, people could do things a little different, just all these kind of emotional feelings, that we go through as entrepreneurs or, you being an artist, you being in business, things like that. So I wanted to invite you here because I know in the midst of that situation, you got caught up in a jam, which we won't get into that too, but the reason why I say that is because I feel like when you came back out of that jam for whatever reason you were in the jam, I just like how you came back out and you just looked like you just stayed focused, like you didn't lose it. You kind of just came back out here, started right back up with the grind. I see how you came right back up with different music. I see how you have started apparel a line, things to that. So I just myself, applaud you because I know that there are men who get wrapped up in certain kind of situations and go through things, and it's kind of hard for them to come back out and just be at a level or a place that I see that I feel you are still growing at as if you never lost.
Right.
So let's talk about that. So this new album, Everybody Eats. Okay, so this is another question I wanted to ask you. Mm-hmm. Is it everybody eat or everybody eats?
Everybody eat. That's Franco language right there. Everybody eat.
Okay, because I know when I'm singing it, I'm saying everybody eats. Everybody. So I said, you know what?
Yeah, that's how Franco too.
Okay, when I get the water here, I want to ask him: is it everybody eat or is it everybody eat? So
Right.
Let's talk about that. So I see we moved forward and we came up with this other Everybody Eats. So what is that about? What is Everybody Eats about?
Everybody eat about this, you know what I mean? Making sure everybody eat, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Making sure everybody shine, make sure everybody do what they supposed to do, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Ain't all about for self, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's what everybody eat about.
Okay. So, let's see. Because I wrote some questions down here because I want to make sure I ask you the correct question. So, where did you grow up at?
Patterson, New Jersey.
Okay, so where at in Patterson, New Jersey?
CCP Projects.
Okay, CCP Projects. Now, do you feel like CCP Projects are like some of your biggest fans? And how do you feel about growing up in that era of, coming from a project setting?
Yeah, my project, they show me mad love.
Okay.
Like, from building 1 to building 4.
Okay.
Everybody, the love is great, you heard?
Okay. So with growing up, did you always think that you was going to be an artist? What did you look at as growing up as becoming into a young man? Was this always your goals or did this happen to just happen? How did this come about you? Because I also know that you were managing another group of people, that you had artists up underneath you, even your son one time.
Right.
When you came to the interview. So how was that working out? Are you guys still together? Are you still managing your son or you solo?
Now, I manage everybody still, but
Okay.
Everybody got their own personality.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody don't want to grow. So
Okay.
sometimes when somebody want to grow, you got to leave them where they at and you got to keep it moving. That's why everybody start off together, but everybody don't end together. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But, I still mess with everybody. I try to give everybody, like I said, give everybody a shine, make sure everybody, get in where they fit in, but they don't want. People want to be greedy and they want to be selfish, but they don't want to eat everything. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Is your plate full? Eat everything on the plate.
Right.
Don't be selfish and greedy and leave the food there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's basically what a lot of my artists that I'm dealing with. I'm offering them everything, but they don't want it. You know what I mean?
And why do you feel that they don't want it? Do you feel like, because I look at you and I see how you out there grinding, and me being a business person, I know how it is that when you want to get something so going, rather it's music, clothes, you got to work for it. You got to grind for it. You got to want it. You got to push. You got to show it. You got to put in that E for effort. So what do you feel that's different about you that you feel like they are not doing, that it can be kind of holding you back? How do you still manage to keep them up underneath your belt, knowing that they really don't have the push? Is that stopping your push?
I won't say it's stopping my push, because nobody can stop me but me. But like you're saying, they want to do what they want to do. They don't want to do what the boss want them to do. I say, yo, do what you want to do and do this. Now you got everything. Now put all the work. But they don't want to. They want to keep going left. They don't want to go right. So, you know.
Okay, so would you consider yourself now as a solo artist somewhat?
I won't say that.
Okay.
Because every song that I got, basically, somebody on it.
Okay.
And the reason why people on some of the songs that I'm on, because I want them to be on it. I want them to shine. I want them to eat. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And, you know, because I don't consider myself a real artist. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no?
Nah. But, you know, I'm just having fun with it.
Okay.
But, you know, I call them the real artists because they the one making all the songs. They know how to do this. But at the end of the day, if somebody looking at me, I want them to look at them too.
Okay.
That's why I say everybody eat, everybody shine.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
But I see you kind of doing, you know, most of the grinding.
Right.
Now, also, I have looked at some of your videos where I seen that you also been doing like a little charity. I seen
Right.
like, you know, you giving out some of your apparel. I have seen you walk door to door and gave out some of your apparel. Now, what is that about? Is that some of your fans, or is that you just getting yourself out there to others? So what is the charity thing kind of? How did you come up with just being so giving with that?
That been me all my life. It been me since before Instagram and everything. It did that. Now, you know, people like, people do stuff just for Instagram. Yo, I do stuff for Instagram, off Instagram, everything. It's just a way of living. It's always, I always give back. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing to do.
Okay. So
I like to see people happy.
Okay. Now, I know you're such a businessman, and I know you are out there. How does the party scene goes when you're out there at the parties? Are you promoting your music? Are they playing your music in the club? How is that working?
Yeah, and people, the DJ definitely showing love. They playing the music. I like when I go to sleep, I wake up in the morning, I see videos with people in the club with my music in there. So that's a beautiful thing. You know what I mean?
So how do you feel about becoming like a upcoming artist, celebrity, hood celebrity? Because I see sometimes when you hashtag hood celeb. So what does that mean? Is that like, you know, that you're kind of shining up in your town, or, you know, what does hood celeb mean?
Well, since you put it like that, that sounds great. But nah, it ain't for that. Hood celeb, that's another part of my team.
Okay.
That's another part of muscle team down in Virginia. And Hit City, that's another part of the team out in New York. So it's New York, Virginia, and Jersey.
Oh.
Yeah, so we all run together and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? So that's why when you see them hashtags,
Okay.
that's what that's for right there.
Now, see, me, I was thinking it meant hood celebrity,
Yeah.
about being in the town, and, you know, because you are popular
Right.
and you are known, and you do come from a project setting where, you know, there's a lot of people where, you know, you all lived in, you know, buildings, you know, where there's a lot of people, basically. I know a project setting is a lot of people, to where as though we grew up with that generation and those
Right.
people. So I thought maybe that meant hood celebrity, you know, like to your hood, you
Yeah.
know, that you're, you know, like basically a upcoming celebrity. Do you have any artists that you would like to be on a track with or do any type of music with? Do anybody else inspire you out there?
In Patterson?
No,
Oh,
just
just in the
general.
world. Oh, yeah, of course.
Okay.
I'd love for Rick Ross or Jay-Z
Okay.
or one of the bosses to jump on Everybody Eat, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Because I know they feel the same, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Now, when you are in the gym, let's talk about the gym, because I
Yeah.
see you be up there with
American
your muscle.
Muscle.
Shout out to me with my
Yeah.
my muscle team apparel on. I'm
I seen
loving
you,
it.
I
I'm
seen
like
you.
it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Now the muscle. Okay, because I see you work out. Is that something that you do on a regular? Is it something to promote your brand? Because everything is muscle, 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 and I see you muscle, muscle, muscle.
Yeah, yeah.
So what is that about?
Muscle Team, it's about muscle. That's how Muscle Team became about
Okay.
from the gym.
Okay.
Back in 2012, like basically like I was trying to come up with a name for my label, the music label. I was gonna name us Teamsters, you know what I'm saying? But then I had bought some outfits for me and a few of my own workout team, and when we posted, everybody, what my Muscle Team shirt with this, and they Muscle Team this and this and that. I said, you know what, bing, there you go.
Yeah, because I was going to ask you, what made you come up with the Muscle Team apparel? Because I know the last time when you did start your music, I don't believe you had apparel, right?
Yeah, it was always.
Oh, you always had it. Oh, okay. So you always had. So I guess
this the original logo right here.
Okay. Oh, okay. So I guess now it just definitely started ringing more bells.
Yeah.
More people started, wearing it. So when you in the gym, are you thinking of any lyrics? Are you? Well, I guess you said that do you write any of your music, or you kind of, how does that work with the
like
music?
Like me, I'll play with like one bar. Says I say shade but no shade.
Okay.
I play with that and then I add on.
Okay.
And about time the end of the day, I have a whole 16. So that's how I really write anything.
Okay, so your music, when you think about it, is it something from life experience or things that's going on now? How would you kind of say the type of music that you have thrown out there? What is it about? Like, is it about the new generation? Is it about things you experienced through life? Or, where do your lyrics come from?
Yeah, basically come from life experience.
Okay.
Like as you listen to Everybody Eat, I'm talking about feeding people, making sure everybody shine and this and that. Because I could have came right home and put out my 2 singles, like my whole album, the F with Fuzzy. You can't curse on this, right?
You can.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, what the fuck with Fuzzy, the album, I could have came home and just put out 2 singles, but I was like, nah, let me put my whole team on. You know what I'm saying? So that's how the album came about. I could have just came home and just been selfish, but then everybody want to shine. So I put everybody on the album, make sure everybody get their shine and stuff like that.
Now, I could relate to you being such, I call it girl power for me, but I could relate to you being the type of stand-up guy that you want to put everybody on. And I was saying that sidebar with this conversation, but when I was talking to my therapist and I was explaining to her that that's the type of person I am, I don't mind seeing people get on, rolling with me, doing whatever. And I was, my therapist asked me, was I a, what was the word she asked me? I can't even think of it right now. But she basically asked me, do I think that I'm like a, oh my God, I can't even think of the word right now. Basically like a person who just, like a needy person. And I'm like, no, I don't think that I'm like a needy type of person. Some people just have that genuine that they just want to put, other people on and want to see, people grow with them,
Right.
Not just financially, just physically, just wanting that. Now, do you think that you kind of have that kind of love and affection just from growing up the way you grew up? Was it something you were missing and you wanted to give it back out there? So...
Like my mother, she always gave back. Like when she have cookouts, she like to cook. So she'll cook out like 3 to 4 times a week. And we live on a block where a lot of kids. She feed the whole block. So she was like the female Bumpy Johnson. You know what I'm saying? So I watched that, and I think I get that from her. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so that's like kind of natural. You just
Right.
You just want to kind of get into that. So I'm gonna ask you a question. What advice would you give to someone that's pursuing their music career right now?
I think you should have your dreams. You map it out. You set some short-term goals, and hopefully them short-term goals lead you to some long-term goals. You know what I'm saying?
Now, when you did get caught up in the jam and you got incarcerated, how long were you gone for?
5 years.
Oh, so within that 5 years, where did your state of mind take you?
Man, I was busy. I was preparing for how I came out. You see how I came out? That's what I was preparing for. But like for when I first got locked up, I always thought I was about to beat trial. In 2 years, I ain't gonna lie, I was gonna come home and be on some idiotic shit.
Okay.
But I think God said, this guy, I know what you're gonna do. We're gonna sit you down for 3 more years. And once he did that, I said, man, it's over. So I just came home and just went to work. You know what I'm saying?
So now I know in the midst of you being incarcerated because you were going through a little situation, how is that now? Is there any beef or, everything kind of just, the gap is closed? How is that working as far as, whatever it was you were incarcerated about that we know, how is that working with those people? Is everything...
No, everything great, man. They stay in their lane, we stay in our lane, and, we just keeping it cool, trying to keep everything positive. That's it, because, negative ain't going to get you nowhere but where I just came from, or worse. But, positive laugh forever, you know what I'm saying?
Marv, if you want, you can open the phone lines. Hi, I am here. Hi, everybody on Facebook. We are showing love today to Fuzzy, Muscle Team Fuzz, who is in the building. He's an artist, an entrepreneur, a businessman, and he's straight out of Paterson, New Jersey. So, of course, I always want to open up my platform to just get the business, as he would say, get the business out and let everybody know what's going on. So feel free if you would like to call in and ask any questions why he is here in the building with us. So another question I wanted to ask, what was your biggest failure?
My biggest failure, hanging around like negative people that, some stuff that you could let go, but when people super you up, but really people can't super you up, but they bring you what somebody said and he say, she say, even though it's true or not, I should have just said, I don't care. But at that time, I cared. But now, I wouldn't care at all, you know what I'm saying? So
you feel like you outgrow all the negativity. Now, is any of that still coming around you in some kind of ways?
Yeah, it still come, but I'm like, yo, let it go. It's over. It's over, you know what I mean? Ain't nothing stopping me right now. Only, like I said before, the only thing stop Fuzzy is Fuzzy. And I let myself stop myself last time, you know what I'm saying?
So being in this kind of limelight, how is it with being a family man? Do that kind of interfere, timing, studio time, being out, partying, getting your music out there, letting people know who you are? How does that work as a family man?
Family man is a great thing, you know what I'm saying? It don't really interfere with none because I give my wife her days, I give my kids their days. So at the end of the day, everybody happy.
And everybody eats,
yeah, they let me get my ear, and let them get theirs.
Okay.
So we good.
Okay. Now I seen that you had did something in the at the Masonic Temple in Paterson. What was that about?
Oh, it's a pre-Valentine's Day affair, black and red. It turned out nice. Shout out to everybody that came out that night. It's a beautiful look. You know what I'm saying? That's what that's for. R&B jump off, food, free drinks, and all that. You know what I mean?
Now what was that? That was like an everybody eats event.
Yeah, basically, because everybody get to eat. Yeah, had leftover food and everything.
Okay, and another thing I wanted to tell you, I seen somebody in your apparel and the guy was limping. I said, you know what, Fuzzy got some good apparel out here. And I knew it was your apparel because I had to stop the car to let him go past. I said, you know what, that's some good apparel. When you get somebody that's limping in it, that's some good apparel. I said, I gotta let the wardy know that the apparel is definitely out here. People are definitely rocking it and supporting it. And, grinding. So what kind of apparel do you have so our audience know?
Basically right here, you got the MTF, Muscle Team Forever.
Okay.
And right there, you got the Everybody Eat. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And we got the MTV lookalike.
Okay.
And I got a lot of new stuff coming out for the spring and for the falls and all that as well, new logos. Okay. But right now, these right here setting the trend. So
okay, I like that. I like that one too.
Yeah. So, I call it the fire.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely fire. I do like it. You know what? And even when I see you on your post, I'm like, I don't even think the wardy need any models because, you be pretty much killing them, the apparel. You know how usually people want somebody else to rock the apparel. Right. I said, you know what? Wardy got it. Wardy got it down packed. The colors, the style is comfortable, and
Right.
I just think that's so dope, even for you being a guy, to just come out with that type of swag. So what else can Patterson or people in general expect from you coming up? What else can we look forward for?
Expect more music, expect more movies, books. I got a kid book in play. I got adult books in plays. Man, I'm gonna put the work in. It's a lot.
Okay. So what made you come up with a book? Is the book about what, your life, or is it about the music, or some of everything? What is the book about, sort of?
Well, my first book is about, just about the street life, but the second book is based on what I got locked up for and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? So it's a beautiful thing. It's called Chain Reaction.
Oh, wow.
'Cause I got locked up for a chain, so you know how that goes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. You know what? You come up with some great ideas.
Yeah.
For you to be or have come from that place of, like, basically not the streets, but just coming up as a street guy in some kind of way. I just think that you have a lot of creative and a lot of positive, things going on. And that's why I was saying I wanted you on the show, because I do know that there's a lot of guys out there that's struggling,
Right.
to just kind of get focused and to, just get things on track. So for me to see how you basically came from there, went through this, and came back out and just started pumping, I'm just like, that's so dope of him, And that's why I was like, I wanted you to come here and kind of even just tell some of the men out there, or the guys that just feel like they want to give up because they just think that they can't get into something else because they so used to just doing that one thing, as far as like, or having any kind of street life, and to see how you kind of turned that pattern and just, out here showing guys that it's bigger than that. It's things you could get into that, you could be focused. Now, do you ever think about mentoring young boys?
I do that all the time. For a whole 5 years. Well, before that, I was out here stopping the violence. Basically, I did help stop the violence, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. The mayor gave us an award and all that, put me in the newspaper and all that, from doing all that. And, now that I'm locked up, I'm with these guys 24/7. So, everywhere I go, I stop violence. I make sure everywhere I'm in the day room, any unit I'm on, it's always peaceful. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So you're a big fan of, you don't believe in violence?
Nah, I don't.
Okay.
Nah, I
so
don't.
if you was ever in a situation and somebody was about to do some type of violence, do you think that you would jump in the middle of it?
If I could stop it, I will.
Okay.
But it depends on what the situation is. If this guy did something to somebody's family or something like that, but it's over some stupid, idiotic shit, I'd be like, bro, let that shit go, man. It ain't worth it, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's why when, like, people around me, like you said, when they bring that negative energy, I don't care.
Right.
Because they ain't go sit in that cell for 5 years.
Right.
You know what a cell is?
It's
like living in a bathroom with another guy for 5 years. Think about that. Half of this room is, you got to stay there with another guy. Your bathroom, your toilet there, your sink. It's like you live in a bathroom.
So basically, that kind of just, this trip here made you kind of really get focused.
Right.
Now, I remember when you had I don't want to call it a sugar shack, but what was it called that you had on West Broadway?
Oh, the jump off.
Oh, okay. The jump off. How do you feel about that? Do you ever think about opening any other little spots around here, or that was it and that's done? You kind of you moving on from that?
Nah, man. I got a lot of plans for, like, I want to open up like a pool hall.
Okay.
Like with food and drinks and all that, like a little bar / pool hall with like 5 pool tables. And, you know what I mean? A nice chill out spot, something like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, that's part of the plan. You know what I mean?
All right. Listen, let me read some of the comments. Let's see if anybody asked anything. Oh, somebody said, "Wow, chain reaction. That's dope."
Come and drop it soon. You heard?
Okay. So everybody else is just saying hello. Shout out to everybody else that's following us up here. We are here with Muscle Team Fuzz. He's an artist. He's an entrepreneur. He's a businessman. And he's here from Patterson. Oh, somebody said the jump off was my spot.
Yeah, the jump off, man. That was the jump off. You to jump off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like a late night thing, like
Man.
after the club and after the club and then there and then wherever else you're gonna go
come
to
out
after
the
that.
sun outside. Yeah.
So do you miss the project setting? What do you miss about it?
Oh man, I just miss, the project is just like, it was like a world inside of your own world. Everything's there. You only had to walk across the street to the liquor store, to the store, Chinese store, whatever. But it's never boring. Even when people not outside, you always could go out in front of that building and you could have fun right there.
And the great thing about it is, like you said, you still have the relationship with those guys, right?
Yeah, with everybody. And we ain't separated like how we was in the project. We hang together now. We show each other love. You know what I mean? Shout out to Tahan, Desiree, TT, Rusty, Terry, all of them. You know what I mean? All the Gunto brothers. Word.
Okay, I remember the Gunthroat Brothers.
Yeah.
That sound cool. The Gunthroat Brothers.
Yeah. And
They might
their big
come out
brother
with an
John
album too. The Gunthroat Brothers.
Shout out to the Gunto brothers. Yeah.
Gunthroat Brothers, come through.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I said, I just wanted to get you here to tell me what's going on. Somebody said CCP family is the best.
Yeah.
The love was real. Anything else you got for us to tell us? I think I kind of asked you most of my questions. So how is it basically, I guess, out there in the entertainment world as far as like getting people to listen to your music and stuff like that? How does that work? How do you go about getting connections?
Well, people, man, like social media is main. So long as I be telling other artists, just because you probably getting a little bit of views or whatever, people watching. They just ain't liking, but they watching.
Oh, they definitely watching.
And because it's mad people that I don't even know that's watching me. But when they see me, everybody eat. Boy, I love that song. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm like, man, this guy don't never leave no comment. I don't never see him liking nothing, but he know everything.
But isn't that so strange?
Yeah.
That's so strange that people will view your stuff and then when they see you, they will say something to you. And I do believe that. That's, you may not have people liking or comment, but people do, because when I go places, I'm very well known. People come up to me like, oh, you Miss Shay, you the girl that. So I think that's definitely dope too, how there's always just like that type of love out there on the outside world, even with strangers. I think that's I think that's dope too. What else did I want to talk to you about? We talked about you managing your other artists. We talked about who you want to work with. So what would be the first thing you would do if you were to ever blow up? Like, what do you think that you would do?
I think I'll definitely leave out of Patterson.
Okay.
But I was always Patterson is home, so I will always come back home and give back like I've been doing. You know what I'm saying? And I start opening up like businesses like I do, get in real estate, setting trends and start. I bring all my peoples with me and everything. Make sure everybody eat, everybody happy. If you ain't motivated, you can stay where you at. You know what I'm saying? No negativity right here. I ain't worked this hard to be getting pulled back down. You know what I'm saying?
And I read that as far as you saying about motivation. So when you saying that you have came across people with no motivation, does that mean that because sometimes, even with social media or people, they would say like, people don't really know how to do things like we know how to do things, like as far as push, promote, or stuff like that. But I do feel like if you want to get into something, or if you want to grow, if you want to see somebody grow, you will learn how to do it. It's just a budding, basically, to push. So when you say that you feel like people are not motivated, what is unmotivated things for you?
Unmotivated things?
Yeah, like what do you feel? Like they don't promote enough, they don't come out, like they don't show up.
Yeah, basically like that. They get hungry. I mean they get satisfied what they got going on, but they don't want more. They once they get that Patterson thing, they're like, I'm great. I don't need nothing else, because they figured I ain't never going nowhere else. But they don't think out the box. So at the end of the day, like today, I was supposed to bring people with me, but they took long. I'm out of here. I told you to be here, be here. Even I just shot a video the other day. Two of my artists ain't show up. they take long. Then they gotta hit me late. No, I'm out. That's it. So I ain't with it. If you ain't on the train, you getting
The
left.
train. You ain't on the train. I get it.
That's it. They think I'm still the old Fuzz. They think I'm the old guy and I cater to them. And it's it's over. It's over. You know what I'm saying?
Because you basically ready to keep pushing the work and nonstop and keep going, and you want to stay focused and you want to get it out there. And you know that doing those type of things, it takes work, it takes energy, it takes time. And if people is not focusing on it, you just moving on. Now, do you plan to work with any other artists?
Like in the future, like industry artists you speak about? Like right now, I really don't want to pay for no featurings because I paid for a feature with a certain artist. And he ain't posted, he ain't do nothing. Like man, I don't want to promote it to my fans. I want your fans. That's why I got you on it. You know what I mean? So, I shouldn't be doing that to other artists. But since he did that, I figured, I'll just wait till I get there, and maybe they want to. I ain't got to pay for it no more. Now we can just be friends and do it like that. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
Yeah, because the industry, they had to take your money and just walk away and have you with the song. You promoting it to your fans. I'm trying to get your fans. That's why I did this. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, and that's different too. I guess that's why sometimes in the business out there, it's just kind of tricky. Sometimes you'll get you looking for other people to do other things, especially when you're paying them. You're not really looking to put the work. If I'm paying you to help push, that mean I need you to push the job. So how do you feel? Like, are you so once you do that type of thing with somebody or exchange that, so that's just it? You just kind of lost out?
Yeah, basically.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it's like they won't even try to go back and promote it?
Nah, well, this certain person I had, I clicked back with him because the song, the verse he got up there is fire. It's better than everything he doing now.
Okay.
To me and everybody else around it, we love his verse. The video we just shot this now, he's not on it because I ain't want to use his part and put like some old videos of him to make it look good. So I just took him straight off. But I'm going to put him on iTunes.
Okay.
I'm going to put him on iTunes on the song, you know what I mean? But otherwise than that, with the video-wise, just throw it out. But he told me, yo, you pay me the same thing you did before, a new song, and I'll do the video for free, but I'm not giving another $6,000. So I was like, fuck, man, don't even worry about it.
Okay. Yeah. So where can you tell us where we can find your music at?
My music on all platforms right now, man. Fuck with Fuzzy, the mixtape. I just dropped a single the other day. What today is? Wednesday. I say about Monday. On Valentine's Day, I just dropped a video called Who I Am with my boy Money Baby. Young Fire right now. Right now is at 3K. Did dropped it, you know what I'm saying? So it's a beautiful thing.
Okay. All right. So guess what? I want to thank you, Fuzzy, for coming out and doing this interview with me. I just want to let you know anything else that you have moving forward from here. You know, I'm one of your biggest followers, one of your biggest fans. Like I said, I wanted to get you here because I just feel like I'm proud of you.
Yeah. I remember when you first pulled up, I say, I ain't got no music, I ain't got nothing. Let me get something that we play.
Yes.
Now we here, you heard?
Yes.
Now we can rouse up muscle, you heard?
Right, because I see you. I said, I know he about to get into something, so I'm going to let him know I got to have him in the building with me. Definitely. Right. So I just want to thank you so much for coming out and sharing this platform with me. I'm glad you were able to let everybody out there know what you have going on. You know, people hear the changes, how you came out here, you just whipped up the game, and, you know, everybody eating basically.
Yeah.
So I just want to thank you so much for coming out. Anybody, let me see if we have any questions before we go. Any questions? How has your mindset changed and how you move with others and building your brand since you started the Muscle Team?
Well, since I started, how it changed because like a lot of people don't be around me like they used to. And when you bring that negativity around me, I get rid of you. I'm like, yo, if I tell you something and you keep doing it, I got to let you go. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody said, can he open up another jump off spot? No,
yeah.
He not opening that up quite yet. He gonna do some real business stuff, like a pool hall. He said that he wanted to do. So we gonna have to hold on for that late night. And we older now. Guess what? I'm in the bed now by the time Family Feud on, so I can't get up out there for you. Gonna have to let me know. You gonna have to let me know ahead of time so I could come out there.
Yeah.
All right, so I think that's all the questions we have for tonight. So I want to thank you all for tuning in to Shady Talk Wednesday, and like I said, shout out to my guy Muscle Team Fuzz. Do you happen to have his music, Marv? So we just gonna play it, let you hear what it's about. Everybody eats, everybody eats.
Money in my pockets, Gucci on my feet.
Thank you all for tuning in.
I got money in my pockets, Gucci on my feet. When I hit the streets, everybody eat, everybody eat, everybody eat, everybody eat, everybody eat.
I got money in my pockets, Gucci on my feet. When I hit the streets, everybody eat, everybody eat, everybody eat, everybody eat, everybody eat. Money on the floor, I'm whipping in the kitchen. A chef bar Franco, everybody eating, everybody cooking, everybody leaning, everybody drunk, everybody weeding. 8:45, Franco getting fresh. 9:29, Franco left the rest. 11:38, I'm outside the club. 11:34, now I'm in the club. 1:25, I leave her with a ski. I'm a buffet, everybody eat. Don't got a job, but you need work. I got a lot of spots, they call me Drake. I got money in my pockets, Gucci on my feet. When I hit the streets, everybody eat, everybody eat, everybody eat, everybody eat, everybody eat. I got money in my pockets, Gucci on my feet. When I hit the streets, everybody eat, everybody eat, everybody eat, everybody eat, everybody eat.
Money in my pocket, Gucci on my feet. I'm a real boss, so we all gon' eat. Pull up in the ghost with the left seat. Creep with your bitch, call me TLC. I be in the city flexing like Diddy. I'm a real boss like that boy Ricky. Catch me in the club like that nigga 50. Poppin' hella bottles, got my niggas with me. Everybody eat, everybody shine. Louis on her feet, Gucci on mine. Pull up on the muscle, no we scrap with nines. Catch you at your crib, hit you from behind. Everybody eat, everybody happy. You don't want no problem like Lil Scrappy. Just a week ago, your bitch kidnapped me. I beat the pussy up, now she wanna marry me. Whoa. Everybody eat, everybody ball. Getting all this money got me feeling tall. Gucci, Louis, Prada, yeah, we rockin' mall. Miami City girls, I'll fuck them all.
I got money in my pockets, Gucci on my feet. When I hit the streets, everybody eat, everybody eat, everybody eat, everybody eat, everybody eat. I got money in my pockets, Gucci on my feet. When I hit the streets, everybody eat, everybody eat, everybody eat, everybody eat, everybody eat.